Call to order this special call meeting. This is our closeout meeting. So if you're up here, we'll stand and have a moment of silence, followed by the pledge of allegiance. Thank you. Mr. Hood, would you lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, thank everybody for coming out this evening. And another year went by, school year, we'll put it that way. And anybody have anything, items or anything to add to the agenda? If not, I need a motion for approval.
Make a motion.
A motion from Mr. Sally. A second from Mr. McCall. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, this is a public hearing. We're having about our salaries. So I'm opening it up to, we're going to have a public hearing to adjust our school board salaries starting January 1st, 2024.
And Mr. Chairman, what this is there's going to be a resolution up for adoption. Don't know if anybody wants to speak on it or not for the public, but it's a resolution for the salaries of school board members. It certifies that we've followed the Virginia code as far as what's required and establishes the annual salary of school board members for $5,000 per year for the chairman, $4,500 per year for all other Scott County school board members, and per Virginia code, it would be effective January 1st of this upcoming year.
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
This really doesn't have concern with the resolution, but I am in favor of you all getting a raise. I know it's a hard job and I appreciate everything you do, but I, 10 years ago, retired, and because of the grace of Scott County Schools, was able to get to continue to get health insurance. And at the time, retirement was not on my radar, but I just wanted to thank this board and thank Scott County Schools for providing that for me. I was able to be home with my mom, and she is now no longer living, so I just wanted to say thank you. And thank you for all that you did. So that was personal. It's not here on the professional.
Listen, all good stuff you get. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And we can close public hearing and just go to the adoption of the resolution.
All right, since we'll close that part of it, and we're going to the, like Mr. Sturgill says, the adoption of resolution adjusting school board members' salaries effective January 1st, 2024.
There'll need to be a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Sally.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Housewright. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
All right. Sounds like a 4-1, so motion carried. All right, approval of cafeteria school expenditures and closeout of the 22-23 school budget.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I ask that we approve, that the school board approves the school operating fund expenditures in the amount of $3,909,975.80, which leaves a cash balance of $2,914,057.14, of which $2,600,000 $61,570 will be carried forward to the school construction fund for the 2023-24 school year. And of that, $852,487.14 be paid toward the school health insurance for premiums for the 2023-24 school year. I also request that any adjustments that need to be made between now and tomorrow, close today, that you give me authorization to make those adjustments to the expenditure list to close out the 2023 school operating fund to result in a zero balance with, of course, $2,661,570, which will be carried over for the school construction fund. That money we would not have to surrender. We would be able to carry it forward. That was the full amount that Scott County received this present year that we are in, even though we've got 1 day left in the fiscal calendar.
Have to use that amount of money by a certain time or anything?
Until it evaporates.
I'll make it.
A motion from Mr. Houseright.
Second.
That's a second from Mr. Hood. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move right along. Superintendent report, and over to Mr. First.
You will see a flyer that was published, and also have individual schools who have listed certain surplus items. With items for auction, which you as a board approved July 8, 2023. At 9 o'clock is when the sale will begin, but we didn't approve the items to be sold, which include 5 buses, 2 vans, 2 cars, 2 pickup trucks, TVs, some teacher desks, bookshelves, chairs, some worn out mowers, metal lockers, computer desks. Now, we do not surplus any computers or printers, but anything that may be related to that, with the exception of those projectors, tables, microwaves, some cafeteria tables that are no longer of use, old popcorn machine, pressure washer, and of course there's a lot of other odd items as well. But with that, I ask your approval of the items made mention. And again, I do have a copy from the individual schools who have supplied those materials.
Make a motion to approve.
Got a motion from Mr. McConnell.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Houseright. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Again, that surplus sale will be July 8th, begin at 9 o'clock at the school bus garage. Next item we have are our salary scales for 2023-24 school year. Mr. Smith had informed me earlier that there was an error in the central office staff salary scale. That will need to be corrected and will be presented at our monthly meeting in July with the corrected scale. But other than that, I ask your approval of the salary scales with the exception of the central office staff salary scale for 2023-24 school year as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion from Mr. Sally.
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Houseright. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item we have, there was a quick request. Our monthly meeting in July is date of July 6, 2023. We do have some conflicts with that particular date, and I ask that the board move the monthly July meeting to that of June the 11th. July the 11th, 2023 at the Career and Technical Center at 6:30.
A motion for Mr. McCollum,
Second.
a second for Mr. Sally, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, board members, that's all that I have.
All right, I probably should have changed this earlier in the agenda, but our closed meeting, we're not, we don't have anything to go over, so we're gonna skip by it and move to board member comment. Mr. Housewright?
Well, I want to thank our teachers for the job they did this year, and I know a lot of it's covered up, and the thing about it, I think they all realize everybody's working on and trying to solve a lot of the same problems and face the same issues, and they really do enjoy working with each other and helping each other, the most part that I've seen throughout the campus. So I hope it continues. They even vacate with one another, I think, sometimes, so it's a good thing. We might call them a little family, and that's what we like to keep the family here.
Thank you. Mr. Hood? Mr. McCollum?
I appreciate our teachers and the job that they do.
Mr. Sally?
I'll say the same thing, appreciate the teachers and all the staff, custodians, bus drivers, everybody we got, employee we got. I want to thank them for all they do.
Mr. Sally, I can't top that, so I'll just, that's good enough.
You'll second that.
I'll say it.
Mr. Templeton, I should have, if you don't mind, I'd like to thank Kim and Renee and Carla. Last few weeks, or last whole month, I have driven them crazy, trying to get invoices and bills, and trying to get her money situation. I just want to say thank you all for your assistance.
Couldn't have a meeting, so we got that approved, so we'll adjourn at this time. Thank you all.